This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. In Wyoming, lawmakers backtracked this week on what many, including some lawmakers, believed was a big proposed cut to tribal Medicaid funding. Wyoming Public Radio's Hannah Haberman has more.
Earlier this month, the Joint Appropriations Committee voted to deny a $58 million request from the Wyoming Department of Health for federal funding for tribal Medicaid reimbursements. The move was met with pushback and protest. But this week, Representative John Baer told the Tribal Relations Committee those funds will come through.
I just want to make it really clear that the funding was never, ever in jeopardy. These are accounting issues that we're trying to work through.
Baer is the co-chair of the Joint Appropriations Committee. He originally voted for the cut, but this week said there was a workaround with what's called a B11, which he hadn't mentioned in the original meeting.
Then they get the reimbursement after the activity is taken care of for the tribal member.
Now, Baer says the committee will authorize the funding for the Department of Health before the session starts. But at current reimbursement rates, that'll be more like $41 million rather than $58 million. I'm Hannah Haberman.
The trial of Native advocate Nick Tilsen ended in a hung jury this week. Tilsen's still indicted, and the state has the option to drop the charges or press forward. As South Dakota Public Broadcasting CJ Keene reports.
Tilsen is the president and CEO of Indian Collective, a Rapid City-based indigenous advocacy nonprofit. It's known for its projects which advance Native living conditions and its protests of President Donald Trump's attendance of Mount Rushmore. For this case, Tilsen is charged with alternative charges of aggravated assault or simple assault against law enforcement. The jury was unable to reach unanimous verdict, leading to a mistrial. Both charges are felonies, and Tilsen also faced a misdemeanor obstruction charge. The next steps are in the hands of the state. The Pennington County State's Attorney's Office could drop the charges or push for a new trial. The incident in question dates to June 11, 2022. On that day, footage shows Tilsen pulling into a parking space where an officer was standing. In that video, the truck pulls into the parking space, stops short, and moves forward again. The officer was interacting with an unhoused community member. According to reports by the Rapid City Journal, he was stopped for jaywalking. Nobody was struck by the vehicle, but the state contends this was an effort to intimidate the officer or put him in fear of bodily harm. Tilsen's defense hinged on his organizations to do community care. In other words, watching police, ensuring officers are operating in line with laws and ensuring community members know their rights during police interactions. For this, Tilsen faced over 25 years in prison for what he contends was a human mistake. In a press release following the mistrial, Tilsen writes, quote, "I'm grateful for everyone who stood with me through this latest iteration of this lengthy legal battle. The support of my family, lawyers, spiritual leaders, medicine people, and community means everything to me. The fight is not over." At this time, it's unclear if the state will seek another trial against Tilsen. For National Native News, I'm CJ Keene in Rapid City.
Oglala Sioux Tribal President Frank Starr comes out has issued a proclamation banning ICE and associated Border Patrol agents from entering the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation in South Dakota. It's in response to ICE activities and recent shootings in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The proclamation states U.S. Border Patrol is assisting ICE in, quote, unlawful conduct against Native people in Minneapolis. Meanwhile, Minnesota tribes, including the Red Lake Nation and Mille Lacs Band, are closing tribal government operations Friday as part of a nationwide strike. ICE Out, No Work, No School, No Shopping is in protest of the ICE presence in Minneapolis. I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced by Koahnic Broadcast Corporation with funding by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Support for law and justice-related programming provided by Hobbs, Strauss, Dean & Walker, LLP, a national law firm dedicated to promoting and defending tribal rights for over 40 years. More information available at hobbsstrauss.com.
Hear that? Tribal college faculty do so much, one can't say it all here. Nothing but respect. Visit mostthoroughdescription.com. The American Indian College Fund supports this program.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.